So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce someone who needs no introduction. A man, a myth, a legend, a pioneer, a trendsetter, and still going strong, still changing the game, running the game, owning the game, Mr. Stevie B. Welcome.
Hey guys, hi, thank you, Pete, for inviting me.
Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Yes. Last time I saw you, drove me from I think what casino was that out in
I think it's Foxwoods or Mohegan Sun, something way out in Connecticut or Rhode Island, somewhere
No, it was Connecticut. I think it was Connecticut. Yeah, Foxwoods.
Indian land.
Yes, it was. Yes,
sacred land. So, how are you?
I'm good. I'm over here in Rio. I mean, a lot of fans know I come over here and spend this period to recuperate since December, trying to get some rest, but I haven't got much rest because, the radio people just hit me, right in the middle of our podcast. So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of moving parts going on right now with this new record we have, Take It All Back. And I know you're going to mention about that. But I'm working on a new record with someone here in Brazil called Bobby Whom they call him in Portuguese. Okay. And I have it's called Nossa Bandeira, which means our flag. So these are the offspring of freestyle music that we started back in '87 and during that period. These kids caught on to our music over in Rio and started their own style. So they're called the Criais, or they're our cubs. They're our offspring of our music. And he's given a homage to us. And he called me. He said, Stevie, I'm ashamed to ask you, but would you be interested in doing a feature with me on this record? And I heard the record, and man, Pete, I loved it. I actually wound up producing it. Okay. And you asked me what I was doing, and I wind up working on it now for the last 2 or 3 weeks. We finally got a final mix, and this thing is about to explode. So there's something happening on both continents. The Take It All Back record we're going to talk about is catching fire. I just got off the phone with major radio people, and these fucking people ain't been in contact with me since fucking Because I Love You in 1990. So imagine that after 30 something years, I become relevant again for terrestrial radio.
So let's take it all back. Let's start with that.
Okay.
Now it's originally off your last album.
Yes,
original version.
Yes.
So what do you think is sparking this at this moment?
Excuse me. So when I originally did the record, it didn't capture what I had imagined. And what I had imagined was the record doing some nostalgia, doing this, needed a little bit more energy. So I went with it because we were trying to get that record out. And then all of a sudden we got caught with COVID. Yeah. So we're trying to get a release during COVID, and it was just total bad timing. And because I thought we had some gems on that record. And I said, you know what? I'm going to revisit this record again. I got with a couple of people to produce with, and I gave it to Felix Sama down in Miami. And I told him my idea. I said, Felix, it needs some nostalgia. We need some samples in there. And I thought about, actually, just show you how I wanted to try to help the genre. I thought about Lisa being involved, singing Take You Home, this one coming in, just doing some samples of the old school. Yeah. But the complications come in when you start to do duets and features and all that about performances and if the record takes off, how's it going to go? Can they perform the record? This kind of thing. So I got off that idea. And then, maybe a few people turned me down. So okay. I said, fuck it. I'm just going to go back and revisit it. And then Sama let me hear the version that he did, and it blew my mind. I'm like, that's it. We got it. Yeah. And it took a minute. We got the mix that we wanted. It went through a little process, but he got it. And immediately I said, this is where I'm going to focus on. And that's literally what I've been doing now the last 3 weeks since I got the masters. We done, and it's been mastered, it's ready to go. So we've been, we have 2 videos. I have a lyric video too that Tolga just did for me, and it's really fucking cool. You ain't seen that. If you look at that video, it's up. It's on my site, and you probably can find it on YouTube also. It's the lyric one, but it's showing a lot of my old footage also that Felix didn't have. So, and my concept, and my direction this time is you can't have enough videos on TikTok to see, everybody's going to choose their own one that they love the most.
Yes.
So the more, the merrier. So that's where we are right now. We're posting stuff up, Pete. And let me tell you, this shit is taking off. I mean, it is just blowing up. This can be really something very, very special that we haven't had in quite a while. And then, of course, we're launching my Freestyling with Stevie B podcast. So Felix is the host of the show,
Okay.
and we got sponsors, everything ready to come on board. So I'm taking that kind of serious because I kind of like doing this right now. You know, I'm at my house, I can chill, go in front of the mic, and do it a couple times. Well, one time a week for me, but shit, I've done about 20 podcasts for people like yourself. DJs are calling me, and I love this, and I love that we are able to do this technologically wise. Look at the quality of this. This is literally like a broadcast radio, a TV station.
Yeah.
So there's something, and I'm going to say this to you. There's something special in the air about what's fixing to happen. If these fuckers don't blow up the whole planet, I think because that's an issue. You know, you got that in the back of your head. You got fucking you got alien spaceships and shit coming down, and
there's a lot of stress out there. Yes.
There's a lot of stress out there. There's a lot of stress in the air, but at the same time, I think there's a lot of hope in the air also. So I'm gonna be watching both at this time, and then, you know, I'm gonna look at the stress factors. I'm gonna look at all those things, and then say, you know, which one of those things do I want to focus on? You can't live in the stress all the time. We
just went through 3 years of stress and
yes, COVID was enough. I got to tell you.
I
mean, I believe that the majority of the people are probably suffering from fucking PTSD or post
long haul PTSD.
Yes. People are having they're not used to this. People aren't used to this shit.
You know, to spin off what you just said. I don't know if you follow Latin music very, very much at all, but there's a young artist, Raul Alejandro. He does a lot of great music. Rising star, does stuff with Bad Bunny. He had a sit down, a symposium, like a broadcast, and his new album has freestyle. The kid does reggaeton, guaracha. You know, he's very much like The Weeknd in the Latin market.
Yeah, wow.
And he's paying homage to freestyle. So he's maybe 23, 24 years old. So you're right. Something is in the air.
Something. Now, where is he from?
He's either Puerto Rican or Colombian. But he's, he's a rising star.
That's excellent. And this is what's happening. Like I was saying, in Brazil. You know, this artist Anitta. They came from us. Yes. Anitta, I spoke to her online one day, and I hit her on Instagram. She hit me back. She said, "Stevie, I remember you came to the studio one time. I was a young girl, and you told the producer to invest in me." And I said, "Yep, I remember you." And I told him, I said, "She's going to be big." And do you know she remembered? Now she's the biggest in funky. Huge. They call it funky in Brazil. They call it funk.
And she's just crossing over now.
She's just crossing over now. She's doing huge. She's everywhere now.
Well, let me ask you this, because freestyle in Brazil is an anomaly. You know, I'm not there, you're there, but people from Brazil do love freestyle with love, like true feelings, and
with the passion.
Line dances to it.
Yes.
What's the average age now of the listening base? Like, how young does the listening base go in Brazil?
Let me just tell you the phenomenon in Brazil. The phenomenon in Brazil is it was never a disconnection with the parents. Like, my kids don't listen to freestyle, even though they grew up with the king of freestyle. They don't listen to freestyle. In Brazil, they never let it go. Our generation, they never let it go. Now, they have kids that are practically 25, 30 years old, and there are listeners of Anitta and people like Ludmilla, and there's a whole new generation of freestyle artists in Brazil. They're called funky. So Anitta is the new freestyle artist. So she went on to do, but unlike in the States, we don't have the new offspring that have made any type of successes. They're still there. You know, you have the George Anthony's and all those, people that's trying to come in, but the Anittas, they're not trying to copy us. They took it to levels. So, but our spirit has never left Brazil. music being played. The freestyle radio stations play us all the time. And those kids love freestyle. Their kids love freestyle. And they also love the new freestyle, which is
Yeah.
Anita. So there is still a connection there. Unlike the States, none of our kids went on to be the new generation of freestyle. So the love of it is big. I got this new record called Nossa Bandeira. Means freestyle is our flag. Look how it flies over the poor people, because it's the poor people or the ghettos in Brazil who attach to freestyle first.
Like the barrio back in the Bronx when it started.
That's right. It's the barrio that's the barrio, and there's a big barrio here. And Bobby did this record, and he talks about, look at our flag. Look at how we were the ones that made the people dance. We were the first ones on the moon. We say, we were the primeiros na lua. We were the first ones on the moon. We discovered this, and we still make the country dance. Look at our flag. It shines brightly. It's up high. And when I heard it, I say, that's exactly what Take It All Back is saying in a special way. So imagine meeting those two worlds right now, and the releases are all coming all at the same time. So there's something special in the air. And if the aliens don't come back and take their fucking planet back from us,
they might dance to it. You never know. They might license it.
That's right, baby. That's right.
Well, now go and Take It All Back. I know there's a feature on there. You can mention the feature is, but you did the original feature with a very probably Mr. Globalization himself years ago.
Yes.
And the song's been remade several times with other features. So, being that, like, you as your impact on the music, nobody shied away from dismissing the music. They've actually embraced it and tried to be featured on it and carry it their own way.
Yeah.
So now you I don't know who chose to add that element into this song.
That was Sama. You got to remember, this is all Miami. So
yes.
So Pitt is Mr. 30. I was the first Mr. 305.
Right.
So Pitt is the 305, and he took it global. So you got the King and you got Mr. 305 coming together. Pitt called me to do that, do a Spring Love version. He hit me and say, I grew up on StevieB. And this was before he was super Pitbull. He was still on TVT. I guess they were brawling, they were fighting. Yeah. And we had something to give them, and TVT evidently didn't want to do it. And then Pitt moved on. And we went down and recorded it. That's how I got the recording. Yeah. So he did a version and it was fucking badass. And I'm like,
I play that version all the time.
Okay. So Sama said, I'm going to put fucking Pitt in there. It's exactly what it's needed. He's the new fresh guy. I got the Nostalgia Party of Body, Dreaming of Love, Spring Love in there. And then the Take It All Back version needs to be refreshed. Because what I'm saying in there, let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to pay attention to me. You better go look at them fucking lyrics. That's some badass shit. For all y'all haters out there, you better go take some notes on I'm talking and singing on there.
My partner has it. We were listening to it, and he said, "Did he just say hot damn?" I said, "Yes, he did."
Yeah, hot damn, I miss it.
He was like, "Wow, that's old school." I'm like, "Yeah, bro."
So I put my heart into this. You better pay attention. That's some badass stuff. You somebody throw some flowers over here, bro. StevieB has still got that shit, bro. And they were making me guess myself, but that was Sama, and Felix just got great ideas. I mean, he's a DJ. He was on he's on radio forever. DJ Felix Sama. He was on Power 96 forever. So, but I didn't know Felix was an engineer. He went to Full Sail. In Florida, he does editing. He does all kinds. I gotta push my boy up. He did really a great job.
Yeah, he did. It's a very, very, very good production.
And he mixed that record. And I gotta tell you, I don't let everybody mix for me, but they hit it. Lenny 365 is his guy down there. He works with. I gotta give Lenny a plug, but Sama directs that whole thing. And I gotta tell you, Felix, bro.
Flowers to Felix.
He got it. So that's where we are right now. And look, people are calling me literally while we're on this. I mean, this record is hot as fuck. So we're excited, and hopefully this is going to plug freestyle on a broad level, and people will start playing again. And if we can get XM already called me for the record. Sirius XM has already called me for the record. We're going for iHeart. We're going for the big boys, and that's what these phone calls are about.
Terrestrial.
We're going to go after the heavy hitters, and the people that are hearing it now for the first time, because we just did the blast to get it to the radio people, and everybody's back. It's like, all right, send me the records, and 5 minutes later, them fuckers are back on the phone. Oh my God! Oh my God! What is that? And radio is needing something right now, and hopefully we're the catalyst. Hopefully we're the catalyst.
It definitely fits. It fits because it hits nostalgia. It's got a lot of energy.
Woo!
And it's very catchy. So I do think you have something. Good luck with it.
Yes.
I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you revisited it, and it's at where it's at right now. It's a very good song.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
It came out of nowhere. Kudos to keeping it under wraps.
Well, it's hard because you get excited. You want everybody to hear it. You want everybody to feel it. And I didn't leak it. I kept it really close to the heart, and I made sure that nobody got it. And now that it's ready, there's a couple of versions in there too. It's a straight freestyle version that I have. Once it drops, they're gonna hear that. And my boy Ed Ramos over in Connecticut, Platinum Studios. You know Ed.
Yeah,
he did the mix on that, and he's got special skills too. So there's beautiful takes on this record. Yeah, it's excellent. So I think everybody should just get behind this, get excited about our genre. Those are freestyle fans who love the genre. Get excited because something special is happening. Make sure you share it with all your friends. Talk about it. Show up to the shows because I'm going to do it during the shows.
Now, is it available for purchase?
Not available for purchase yet, and I don't care about that.
Is it available to the public?
Not yet. Well, but they can hear it on my site. They can hear it. They can go to the YouTubes and stuff like that.
What is your site now? Where can they go visit it?
StevieB Music, StevieB Music on Facebook, and StevieB _official on Instagram, and they can go there, and they can know how to find me.
Yeah,
they know how to find me.
You want to give them a teaser real quick?
Let's do it, bro. I haven't gotten tired of listening to this record. I must listen to it 20, 30 times a day.
Let me turn this up a little bit here, and let's play it out for some people. This is Take It All Back, the remix, one of the remixes. And this is actually off of YouTube.
Pitbull, StevieB, go back, way back. From the minute that I seen you, I was sweating you like a freshman, just a senior. I couldn't even sleep, waiting for the next day just to see you, girl, just to see you. When you walk by my heart, it skipped the beat like a scratch CD. I was knee deep in the 4 letters LOVE, sprung on Sting Love, damn, she got it.
Take it all back. You remember way back time when the world went so uptight, and hot damn I miss it. Hot damn I miss it. We were young, we were wild and free. All I wanted was a move a feet, and hot damn I miss it. Hot damn I miss it. You look around and everybody was getting down. No one on the wall is standing up in the crowd. We put our problems upon our shelves and enjoyed ourselves. up the party. Pump up the party, pump up the party, pump up the party. Take it all back to the good times, weekend nights. We got fly doing the walk to daylight. If I could, I'd press rewind to 85 and make sure you're by my side, so we can go back to how it used to be. It only you and me, it's so love. If we can take it all back, you're breaking in the streets and fall in love to the beat. Come on, if we can take it all back.
Go back, way back.
If we take it all back.
I don't understand.
Take it all back. If we take it all back to how it used to be, it only you and me, it's so love. If we can take it all back, you're breaking in the streets and fall in love to the beat. Come on, if we can take it all back. If we take it all back.
We need more bottles. We need more bottles.
Take it all back.
Oh yeah, boy, I was hot, boy.
So yeah, that's
Man.
take it all back.
I was hot, boy. I was, I was a good looking boy right there.
At the Apollo in a full denim drip.
Think about that. I think people don't appreciate that right there.
At the Apollo in a full denim drip.
Can you imagine in the 80s trying to do Apollo, a brown boy like me trying to go in there with some Filipino Hawaiian boys? You know how hard that shit is? And they love me.
Let me tell you something. I'm not making it about race. All right. I'm Arabic and Italian. I've gotten criticized everywhere I go. I'm always randomly selected at the airport.
Okay.
But I work in an elite unit for the city. And about 90% of my coworkers are African Black and Guyanese, island boys.
Gotcha.
And so I was preparing for this. We've tried to get this done a couple times. And like, yo, Pete, what is that shit? And they're bopping their heads. And I got a couple old school DJs. Like, yo, is that Stevie B? I'm like, yeah. He goes, what's going on with Stevie B? I'm like, you're about to find out.
That's right.
So you hit so many different demographics growing up.
Yeah.
But I say this. It still moves the youngest. The average age of my unit is about 27, 28.
Wow.
And they're like, yo, that's that shit. I'm like, yeah.
Well, that's this generation now, and you'll be surprised when the old schools like Shaq is a big Stevie B fan. You look, watch. You're gonna see. They're gonna come out real soon. You're gonna see. The Jennifer
Shaq, when
Lopez
you're at
and
those
all.
festivals, drop this on them.
Yeah, this gonna drop. Really
Jennifer
hard.
Lopez is doing a lot for freestyle.
Yeah, she is. There's a lot of them out there who
She's
talking.
she's really throwing gems out there.
Yeah.
And kudos to her for doing that. I mean, that's
No doubt
really
about it.
cool on
Because
her part.
look, I think it should be done more by a lot more people. And sometimes I think that they were ashamed to say that they love Stevie B and they loved our genre and stuff like that. But I think those days are over because I don't think that they identify a lot with the new rappers and the new age people. I don't think they ain't feeling that so much. And I think we're the last freaking heroes here for our generation because they're 40 plus. They're a 40 plus audience.
Yeah.
And we go along with LL Cool J and all the people that came during that early 80s, mid 80s, late 80s, 90s, Hammer, everything that came up in between there. So, they're offspring of those generations, and so are we. So finally, I think the convergence is coming together, and hopefully we put a strong enough presentation with Pitt, Stevie, the nostalgia, and a badass track.
It's a great product. It's a great product.
Thank you, Pete.
Now I have to ask you why.
Because I'm looking for that fucking bag, bro. I'm looking for the bag. You know, we're still touring out there. We're still doing numbers, but we ain't doing Lil Baby and Lil Durk numbers.
No, I
You
know
know.
because I tried to book you.
Yeah, we're pretty. You know, I'm pretty special, bro. I'm a big fucking deal, bro. And
No.
you know, the New York promoters know I ain't cheap. People like, well, Stevie, why you don't come to New York no more? I say, because y'all ain't putting the right kind of money on the table. I say, when you see me working, fuckers done put the fucking bag on the table, bro.
Absolutely.
I ain't playing. I'm coming to New York, and I'm gonna play New York by myself. I'm gonna bring my own Party of Dreams tour. And it's coming.
Love it.
I've been saying it for a while, but we're just about there, and we need this type of seed from Take It All Back, and we need to be on radio. We need to be in rotation. We need, somebody from us needs to be a household name again. And then when I come to New York, I'm gonna show off and show out like a motherfucker.
As you should. Well, how was Staten Island for you?
Staten Island was great. You know, I did it for the mayor.
Yeah.
It's a good little audience over there. I don't think they had enough time to advertise, and I wasn't in on.
It was fast. It
was a political festa, and that's not that's not a Democratic area.
No, Staten Island's not.
It's totally not. So, and I found that out later, but that wasn't my job. I mean, the mayor put a fucking bag in front of me, and and it was shining bright like a diamond, and I went over there, but he was a nice person, and I think he was trying to reach out to his opponents, those people that are against him, to show you, say, look, I'm with you. I want to do something with you and for you. And I think he made his point, and he did quite a few boroughs.
Yeah, he did.
He did quite a few boroughs, and he was trying to do the right thing. So I'm gonna leave the political part to him. I don't do politics and politics. Right. I can't stand neither. I don't like no party except for a freestyle party.
Well, he signs my checks. So, and I'm glad he brought you. And I heard nothing. They said the unicorn showed up.
Yes, he did.
The word in the street.
Yes, he did.
You did. I heard you really. They want you back.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I can come back.
You're more than welcome back.
Yes,
and
thank you.
I have to put this out there. Louis C. He says he wants you to enjoy some conch fritters with him.
He think I want to fucking come down for conch fritters. I want no goddamn conch fritters, Lou. I want a fucking bag, bro. You need to get your bag together.
Bag and some conch fritters.
Yeah, you need to get your fucking. I can get fucking conch fritters anywhere. I can go to fucking Bahamas and get conch fritters. But he's my boy. He was bringing me down there when I want to go get some hog head snappers and conch fritters and stuff down there. He's a wonderful person.
Yeah, he's trying to build something down there for you to come down and get.
Yeah, he's putting it together, but he need to get the real bag together, because I'm way beyond reach of where he.
It's coming. It's coming. We're working.
We get this record rocking, and we can. If we get this record rocking, everybody need to be hands on deck right now. Yeah. I don't care what your feelings is about me down here. We need all hands on deck. DJ Laz, come on, bro. I'm talking to you directly. Come on, bro. You need to get behind this record. We help create your career too. We need you on this record, bro. We love you. We love your fans. Your fans love me. Don't be standoffish, bro. We love you, bro. And freestyle needs you. I know where you at. I know who you roll with. But StevieB needs you, bro. We all come from down there. Our careers start from down there. So guess what? I'm calling on this. This is a truce, nigga. Come with me. So
Miami, stand up.
Miami, stand the fuck up, because this is the roots. This is the time right now. Miami finna do this. Miami is doing it. We ain't fixing to do anything. All that talk, we doing it. Miami, we about to sell out March 11th. We're going to be at the Wasco Center over University of Miami. And the funniest thing is I grew up right there across the street from that arena in Corrigan. I grew up in Grand Avenue and in Richmond Heights and Perrine, Coconut Grove, Goulds. Those that live down there know what I'm talking about. Homestead. My first records I did was down in Homestead. So that's my root. That flows through my bloodstream. So all hands on deck. Miami, we look for you to show up and show out March 11th at Wasco, because the shit is going to be crazy. And from now on, we're going to have, and they're going to have new music to sing. Everybody and that's why I did the lyric video. You need to learn the words. Y'all need to learn the words, because we're going to do this at all my shows. So, get ready, get in the mirror, and get the lyric sheet in front of you. If y'all want the lyric sheet, hit me. I'm gonna hit you with the lyric sheet. But I'm finna call on y'all to sing. In the place to be was a basement, another one skating ring, and I know you miss it. I know you miss it. And the DJ would make see when it left in the StevieB and the dance was hitting. Them right there hitting. We put a song to love on the radio. Yeah, I need to learn them damn words too, huh?
Listen, man, it's timeless. The flow is wonderful. It's timeless, and I'm excited for the next song coming out. So apparently, you're working on vacation. You working?
Yeah, it's hard for me to not do anything. Like I said, I need to do radio, television over here in Brazil while I'm here, and I didn't know I was going to be doing the Bobby Rum record. And y'all wait till y'all hear this shit. You're gonna be like, StevieB, I'm singing in Portuguese, bro. Okay, I did a little piece in English because Bobby wanted me to do Together Forever. I did that little piece on like an ad lib, but my verse is in pure Portuguese, and I have to speak to the Portuguese because we have an audience that's going to be getting Portuguese. Oh, meus brasileiros, você tem que ficar pronto. Eu tenho uma música com Bobby Rum. Nossa bandeira vai lançar aqui em breve. Você não vai acreditar que a gente tem na mão. Com nossas funkeiras, vocês nossas criais. Anitta, esse aqui é um recado para Anitta. Anitta, você tem que olhar para a gente. Você, nossas criais. Você começa com funk. Você lembra eu ver você lá no estúdio do Rômulo lá, ok? Não esquece, gente. Você é muito grande agora. Mas, gente, te amo. Você tem que olhar para trás e levanta a gente, tá bom? Os outros artistas também, Ludmilla, muito começar com nossas portas ficando aberto para vocês. Vocês é nossa, tá bom? Te amo vocês. So, I was just giving a shout out. E Rio de Janeiro, fica pronto. Baile dos Sonhos está chegando em breve. Deixa comigo. Bobby Rum, StevieB, Trineri, Freestyle, Nayasa. Vai voltar. Talvez na Engenhão e talvez lá no Parque Olímpico. A gente está negociando agora, mas me aguarde, tá bom? Valeu, te amo.
Well,
so I had to do that because
Portuguese, he loves his Brazilian people.
Yeah, we had to do that because, we have a huge Brazilian following. Huge. I mean, they're just as big as the U.S.
Very, very good. Very good. I'm proud to hear that. I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm glad you're hitting the roots down there and
yes.
You're hitting the roots over here. Like,
yes.
You're working and you're working out of love. Of course, money's great, but you're doing what you love.
I've never, for a long time, I've never had a job. I've always done what I am. And I have a song that I want to do on the album. And the song is really about what freestyle meant to me and probably a lot of other artists too. It allowed me really to discover who I was when I, 27, 28. I didn't have my first hit record Party Body. I was already 29 years old. So I was searching and when I heard the records from Shannon and TKA, One Way Love, I had heard that on the radio and Noel was coming at the time. And I kept saying, I could do this music. And then I was working on Party Body at the time. And then I met Tolga. And it completely changed. He's a godsend. They had already been working with the Otari computer. They were doing stuff on Voyatra, which was one of the first programs out. But we were still doing a convergence of analog and digital. The traditional artists didn't even know the digital world was coming. We knew it. Tolga knew it. PJ knew it. And PJ is a protege of Tolga. Rest in peace, PJ. And they showed me the light. And Party a Body was my first production with him. And if you listen to that production, that song today, it is still hot.
I play it every gig, and I get the same response every time. Packed dance floor, smiles. And
okay, so people shit on us to try to get that record in. Everybody didn't accept that record. We were literally pioneers of the digital technology. We were pioneers of trying to make that style of music fashionable, and radio wasn't that open over here. It started on mix shows, just probably like everybody else, and it had to prove itself. And then all of a sudden, the teens caught on. When you can get the kids, this was the new thing. And then down in Miami, oh my God, the fever was hot, mixed shows. And then Bill Tanner, who was a program director at Power 96, gave me a shot with Party Your Body. He added it. And all I could tell you, Pete, it changed the course of history in my life. All of a sudden, New York called me. I think it was at that time, Hot 103.
Yeah, Hot 103.
Hot 103 was okay. And they picked up on that record from a distributor. Holly was a indie that worked for the distributor and was used to sell records and give it to the radio stations. And Hot 103 picked it up, and they say, if you can make it in New York. And I had been hearing that Expose was doing like 10 shows in a week and shit like that. And all of a sudden the agent called me and said, I got like 15 shows for you. I'm like, what? 15 shows? I think at that time they were paying like $1,500, $2,000 a show. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, that's big money. I'm like, that's great, considering you don't want to know what I was doing back in those days. You're a police officer. I can't even tell you. But
3 more years.
Statute of limitations is
3 more years.
Yeah. Statute of limitations is in. But I had to make some career choices. And when that came and they called me, and when I went to New York, I saw a whole new world. The New Yorkers embraced StevieB. And, I had this the rivalry. The moment I got there, there was a rivalry. The New York freestyle artists, and here all of a sudden come the Florida Sunshine is coming in.
Yeah. And
we came, and I can tell you, StevieB came over and took that shit over. I came over and dominated that shit. And for the most part, I didn't want to go with I went with a band. And you know how hard that shit is, trying to get in those little clubs. And I had drums and I had keyboards and I had drums that had to fit in taxi cabs in New York City. And I mean, it was a battle. But
you were a band way back then.
I was a band way back then. And I think I did some track in the beginning. And then I saw a Alexander O'Neal concert at the Apollo. And I went to the show, and he had like an Asian keyboard player. And I live in Miami. We don't have that many Asians in Miami. I never even saw a Filipino before until I went to San Jose. Mm-hmm. And I say, he's got this international feeling band. I said, that's what I'm going to do. And I went to San Jose for John Lopez at Upstairs Records. He called me out there. And this was early on. He got it. John owned a record store. So he wanted to bring StevieB in. But the show didn't sell out. And we were at these fairgrounds, and coming off the fairgrounds, I stopped at one of these like barn places that's on the fairgrounds, and they had a packed house. And I went into the place, and I said, what's going on? He said, oh, some kid was in an accident, and they died, and they're doing a fundraiser. So this is where all the teenagers were. Mm-hmm. And they had a guy in there. He had a keyboard stand. He had long hair and stuff like that. I said, can you play that thing? And the limo was right outside. And he said, yeah, I can play. I'm pretty good. I say, you write music? He said, yeah. I say, oh. He said, yeah, I got a cassette in the car. He went and got his cassette, and I put it in the limousine, and he played me Love Me for Life, which is one of my biggest hits. I said, who's that singing? He says, me. I produced it and stuff like that. I say, And granted, this is probably 4 days before Christmas, Pete. Mm-hmm. I said, I'm putting my band together. I say, I want you to come and play in my band. I hardly knew him. He said, what? I said, yeah, I'm StevieB. I got a pretty good record out there right now. I said, I want you to play in my band. And I need a drummer. Do you know anybody? And he called another guy named Don McCullough, which became my drummer. I said, I want you guys to go to New York with me. He's like, whoa. They're like, when? I'm like, tomorrow morning. And do you know they came with me? I never heard
all by happenstance.
And look, I never heard Donnie play, because Dadgel told me, Dadgel's the keyboard player that I met. He said he can play. He's pretty good. And I say, you can play this thing pretty good, because I heard you play Love Me for Life. And he was producing. He was a good little writer. And Dadgel went on to write quite a few records with me throughout my career. And Don has been my drummer since then. He's still my drummer today. And when they got to New York, I took them over to Sam Ash. Not Sam Ash. It was another, the big music store in Manhattan. And it might have been Sam Ash at the time.
Yeah, Sam Ash was the staple.
Okay, so I took him over to Sam Edge, got him a Power Custom Black kit. I bought it for him cash right now. I said, "You go, that's your kit right there. You're gonna play that with me." The Agile, I bought him keyboards, and that kid stayed with me for many, many years. But these are the kind of stories that can change people's lives, and we did change people's lives.
You know, and when you perform with a band, it's definitely it's a different energy, and I do see people doing that now. This young girl Mia, she's doing it with a 3-piece band, and it's good, and you know it's a show.
It's a real show.
When they can afford the show, it's a show.
Well, it gives us credibility as musicians. So there's real musical stuff going on here. But
Yeah.
the problem was when it was starting in New York, is the promoters in New York didn't want to have to deal with no bands. It costs more money, you know, and I used to use a lot of my money just to pay for the expenses to be in New York and pay for the band. But I knew it was going to establish me as a real musician, a real artist. And it did. And I stuck with it. And then, of course, eventually you saw me on the Apollo. I started to bring artists in. I don't, you look at it real close. I think you can see Jaya was back in the back. She was doing keyboards.
Oh,
so
sure. She was an instrument player before singing.
Yeah. So I was starting to produce. I produced the record for Jaya. If You Leave Me Now, wrote it for her. Huge record. Still right now, classic.
Yeah.
So you know, Island Boy was in there. Corell was in there. He was a part of my staple. And then, you know, maybe we'll talk about the story of Warren Allen Brooks when we got to the Love and Emotion album, and he wound up doing Because I Love You. So there's a story behind that. We can come back to that if you want to.
Well, that to me, that is your global, terrestrial, all ages, wedding dance song, prom dance song, sorry I fucked up song.
But you don't see. People don't know, and there's a lot that do know because they have been watching a couple of my podcasts. But you know, people think that Because I Love You is a love song, a romance song, and it's not. It's literally a gospel song. You want me to give it to you?
Yeah, that's deep.
Warren was suffering from some depression, and he said, you know, I wrote this, you know, he said the song is about, I wrote a letter to God. And God says, I got your letter from the postman the other day.
I got chills right now. What? Wow.
And he says, I decided to write you this song just to let you know exactly the way I feel. Because you don't feel loved. He says, to let you know my love's for real, because I love you and I'll do anything. I give you my heart, my everything. You should feel. And that's the theme.
That's deep.
That's the real meaning behind. I can say that today. That's the real meaning behind Because I Love You.
That's deep. That's the second time I heard that from somebody about writing to God. That's deep. That's very deep.
So the letter that was written, it was written to God, and God says, I got a letter. I got you, bro. And let me write you this song just in case you didn't know. I got you. That's basically what God was saying in the song.
Wow.
So it's a little, you know, little ditty from Stevie.
That's some knowledge right there. Thank you.
You got it after 30 something years.
Thank you. That's deep. I appreciate that, especially with everything going through in life right now. That's a whole new song right now.
Well, that's why I was doing. I'm going to do the podcast. See, I love doing this. What we're doing right now. We freestyling. We just talking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stories out there right now, and you know, there's supposed to be a freestyle movie coming out, and everybody did the interviews and all that stuff, and they've been, you know, asking me to do, and I said I can't do your documentary because I'm going to give away gems that only belong in my documentary, in my bio, in my movie, because it's going to give away. It's like giving away a hit record. There's things I haven't shared. There's footage I have that people have never seen. Don't you know I have the footage of me and Tolga in the studio mixing Spring Love? Literally mixing 808 on the desk, PV road board on the side. Tolga got on some short shorts because we live in Florida. Short shorts and a tank top. I got on some jeans and a little t-shirt sitting on the chair eating cornflakes. And it's just me and him. And we didn't have no fucking cell phones. And I asked him the other day, I said, what the fuck was we thinking about? What was on our minds? We didn't have no Instagram, Facebook, but we were concentrating like we knew something was about to happen. This is my first album. I don't know. We don't know shit. And we were in there like veterans and getting blessed. You got the Lebanese, you say you got Lebanese blood, right? You said Syrian, Lebanese.
Palestinian, yeah.
It's Palestinian. So you know when you call Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I don't know how your Arabic roots are. And your Arabic, I don't know how much Arabic you speak. But when you call Allah to bless your mind and heart, something, people think that the artists came up with this stuff. Let me explain something to y'all. We don't come up with shit. That thought, that energy has to come from somewhere else. That wasn't always in me. I had to ask for that. I had to concentrate and say, what goes there? And you get an idea. And if you blessed enough to put a rhythm and a rhyme, but an idea together, you know that shit didn't come from you. Because if you could do it alone, you would do 1,000 of them a day. It was a blessing. It was made. Freestyle was made for us. I tell people this all the time. Freestyle was made for us. There was no genre called freestyle or Latin dance or whatever that we call freestyle now. That door was created for us, those that are in it and have been living in it as artists, producers, writers, DJs. Everybody don't get this. Everybody don't get it. This is a special language. It's a special music. It's a special tone. It's a special rhythm that for the person that's into hip hop and all the other shit, you can't even explain it to them, the meaning behind some of this stuff. So it's ours. It was created for us, for the people. God gave you to me and me to you. And we've been together ever since. So freestyle allowed me to express exactly who I was. You want to know about StevieB? Go listen to my music. This was created for me. It was created for those artists that stuck and made it and established themselves. It's a special kind of language, a special kind of religion. I ain't talking about no other kind of religion. I'm talking about for those of us that live in it, it's our life. It's literally what we are. And back to what we was talking about earlier, this is the kind of things that I don't want to give to just somebody to put on their little documentary. They're going to go on YouTube. Go on Hulu and all that kind of stuff. No, this is special shit that when I share it to the world, it's going to come out special. And when I leave the world, I can say, I left my legacy from my mind and my heart. They heard it from me. I want nobody else writing my shit. Stevie said this. He said that. Such and such didn't say it about him. And that's fiction. No, this shit is real. And when you hear a song from me and music from me and what I do, I come real as fuck. I don't even know how to be fake like that. So that's why I share that little piece with you.
Well, with that being said, we go back to Take It All Back. being I guess the relaunch of the now.
Yes.
If that could be appropriate to say of the now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we're post pandemic with still some worries. Now, where do you see your peers filling as far as fitting in with this? Do they do the same thing? Do they what's your suggestion to your peers as far as to get this movement beyond the same show?
There's two kind of answers to that. I see. First and foremost, music runs in sectors. The sector, if this has success the right way, big. I'm talking about big. You got a Pitbull, and then all of a sudden, you got a Flow Rider, and then you got all the big boys coming on board and doing all kind of stuff. And it could really reach into that new bag because they making kind of monies that freestyle artists never saw, never even came close to the kind of money that others have made. So I'm going to answer this in two parts. So the sector is going to get a pop, and if you do real stocks and stuff like that. You know, if Apple does well and IBM does well, the whole sector, the tech sector does well. So the sector is going to do good. I'm going to make the other artists hot. I always have. We're doing arenas. A lot of those artists weren't doing no arenas. Now they're doing arenas because it's been proven now that we can go into these big venues and sell tickets and get sponsors and that kind of thing. There's a formula that we've created now. How do you present yourself as an old school artist? Pete, I'm going to be 65 years old in 2 months. Okay. We're in February, March, April, 2 more months. I'll be 65 years old. How does a 65-year-old be relative and relevant in a world that had left us behind a long time ago? Remember, the supposed to be freestyle was dead. We ain't dead, bro. We are the new Jackson Brown. We are the new rock and rollers that are 80 damn years old now and all that. We're that new old school, but we still fresh as fuck. You better go look at the artists that are in our genre. We still look good. We still got energy. Some of us are going through things, but for the most part, we are a fresh genre. And if they were smart, they would study my record and see what I did. And what I did was I presented a new thing with grandma's cooking interjected in there. And before you knew it, your ass had that fucking Italian fucking spaghetti with
Sunday
the meatball.
sauce.
Sunday sauce, bro. That you can't fake that.
Gravy.
You don't fake that. You know when grandma and grandfather cooked that food. You can't play with that. So when you hear Take It All Back and Potty Your Body jump on your ass, and then all of a sudden I tell a little story from the new school. The place to be. I'm dreaming of love. It all fits in. And before you knew it, Pitbull would say, stuck on spring love, damn, you got me. Boom, spring love. You like, hey, you ain't going nowhere, baby. You thought you was finna run out. Oh no. Hell to the no. That's my song right there. And then the next thing you know, to the place and the place to be was a basement on the world skating ring. And I know you miss it. I know you miss it. And the DJ would make it feel when the band and the rockin' Stevie B, them rivals hidden. Damn right they hidden. See? Now, if you want to study that and feel like how I did that, now try to do one with yours in there. If you can do it.
Well, it's safe to say money's got to be spent.
I'm spending money.
But
I'm spending money.
But for others.
Yes.
There's no.
Oh, this is not a broke situation now. I got to tell you, this ain't that. No, it's not that. So there's some elements that I'm playing. Like I said, when we was dialing in, you saw the phone calls that was coming in.
Yeah.
And it's, marketing promotion has to be done. So I'm not pulling no punches with this at all. So I'm trying to establish the genre. So when I go out and do the Party of Dreams tour coming up, it's called the Take It All Back tour. Take It All Back, the musical. That's what's fixing to come.
Like that. Take
It All Back, the musical, the hits and the history. That's all you're going to get. The hits and the history. And I'll put the people together. I'll put the people I want to come on with me and be a part of the whole musical, because the whole musical is about taking it all back. Now imagine you're doing a musical, Stevie comes out, next thing you know, come into the mix, a coro will come in, he'd do his part, he'd back out like a musical, the lights will go down, a video would come up talking about our history. It's like a movie. Next thing you know, ladies and gentlemen, do a Trenier. Trenier comes out and does a thing, and then a Trenier passes the mic. So it's a 3-hour musical. It ain't going to be that people don't know. People don't want to see 10 acts.
Don't hurt them.
Fucking 10 acts is too damn much for 30, 40 plus audience. They'll want to be there all night long. 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours maximum. We can get our point across. But imagine that musical. We pass the mic to each other, and then I come back on the finale and we do Take It All Back, and each one of us do a little piece. And then we end the night with the graffiti and what's that called? The stuff when all the stuff come down out the air. Graffiti. I keep saying graffiti. When the confetti comes down out the sky, and it's a beautiful memory. We're here to make memories right now. So if anybody wants to steal my idea, you can try. It's
a wonderful concept.
We fixing to do it. This is already in motion. I'm already, take it all back to tour, the musical, the hits, and the history. Get ready.
Well, I want to say thank you for I'm not saying researching, but for putting this out there. Thanks to DJ Sama for putting his spin on it.
Yeah, Sama, baby.
You guys have something special here, absolutely. Yeah. And I do hope it sparks a lot of people to step up. Not even everybody stepped up. Everybody's making new music. Yeah. But like you said, it's the marketing, it's the formula. And we all love the music. That's why we're still here. That's why everybody's still talking and going to shows.
But my suggestion to a lot of those artists: stop trying to sound like somebody that's already out. Stop trying to sound like somebody that's already out. You have to create a unique brand. Because if I'm an old school fan and the Temptations is still alive, goddamn, I'm gonna go see the Temptation. I want to see the imitation of the Temptations. I want to see the Temptations. So don't emulate. Try to find a unique brand, and there's ways to do it. That's what you have to do, and people will pay attention. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to open some doors for all of us. Y'all pray for me. Y'all pray to the universe. Y'all pray to the ancestors, whoever you got to pray to. Inshallah, they can bless us. O Brasil, ora para mim. Dessa música vai ter sucesso para todos nós. Vários sonhos estão chegando aqui em Brasil. Eu estou falando sobre a minha carreira, essa música nova, Take It All Back to Stevie B. Está estourando aqui. E em breve em Brasil, a gente vai fazer um line dance, vai fazer um passo grande, maior passo no mundo. Espera, me aguarde, tá bom? Te amo vocês. So, get ready, because March 11th, Wasco Center, then we're doing Palm Springs, I think, on the 24th, and then I think we do YouTube Theater. We sold it out in Los Angeles last year.
Love it.
Las Vegas just went online 2 days ago. A couple of markets. MC Magic out of LA just booked me for 3 shows. MC Magic's a recording artist. He's selling fucking cups. He's selling fucking makeup. This guy is just killing it. I'm proud of that kid. He's out with Baby Bash. He's out with Frankie J. He's out with a couple of people. And I mean, I got proud of it. And the kid calls me and say, "Can you do Chicago?" I say, I say, Magic. I say, Chicago's a tough market. It's a tough market. If you don't know how to do it right, you can get here. He say, "Stevie, do you know how many fucking Mexicans there are in Chicago?" And I thought about it. Chicago is Little Mexico. It's a lot of Mexicans. A lot of people don't know fucking Mexicans. He said, "We go every year, bro." He said, "Well, how much you want to do Chicago?" I said, dot. He said, "Done." Call me right back. He say, you want to do San Diego?" I say, "Hey, Frankie, bro, I'm not cheap, bro. You know that, right?" Stevie, dot. I say, he say, "Done." Call me back last night. "You want to do Albuquerque?" This is MC Magic. Come from our loins. Killing it. Proud of that brother.
Yeah.
Yes, they ain't playing. He come from Bobby D. He come from Bobby D's, and he do shows for other people. Magic got a big fucking following.
It takes certain people with the charisma to get stuff together.
He got it.
Not anybody can sell shows. It's
big shout out. So we're doing Albuquerque. Just to tell about the schedule, we're doing Albuquerque. We're going to do Seattle, and we're going to do El Paso. We're going to do Chicago, and this was with Magic. With Alan, we're doing all the places. We're doing San Antonio, Miami, Dallas, Tampa, Orlando, San Jose, Sacramento, Denver. I'm trying to get him to go into Seattle because we have a lot of audience over in Seattle. LA, we've got quite a bit. And then if this record takes off,
when it takes off,
you're talking I like that language, Pete. Thank you, bro. When it takes off, then it could do it. I don't even know how much work I'm going to be wanting to do because it's going to take a lot. Radio's going to want me to make appearances and do podcasts and stuff. That's why I'm setting up my studio here. Mm-hmm. And then I'll set one up over in Vegas when I get back. where I can do this, and I'll take one on the road with me too. I can set up from my laptop and still do it anywhere I got internet. I can still do my shows. So this is the game plan. Anybody out there that want to see the footprint, I'm setting the standard right now. You can help me, you can follow me, get beside me, but just get the fuck out the way. Don't be trying to harm me. Okay, get out my goddamn way, because I ain't got time to be playing with y'all. Okay.
Well, again, thank you for the resurface of this song, the remake of it to
Thank you, Pete.
to pretty much spark the industry once again.
That's nice, isn't it?
It is nice. It's very nice.
Fucking
And
great.
can't wait to see it.
I'm so fucking giddy. You have no idea. I'm fucking giddy.
As you should be.
It is
As
just
you
so
should be.
awesome, bro. It is just, I mean, I smile. I listen to this fucking song. I just still enjoy the fucking track, man. I love it. And I got more shit to come right behind this. I'm already working on it. It's already kind of like already done. I ain't saying nothing to nobody.
I mean, regardless of who says what back then, this and that, you are an idol, you're a legend, you are somebody to be fucked with. I mean, you are the standard, like you said. You are history, and anything that you put out there with your work and love should be taken very seriously.
I'm a pretty big deal, bro. Listen to me. I'm a pretty big fucking deal, bro. Whether they don't want to acknowledge it or not, bro, I do know what the fuck I'm doing.
What I've learned recently is people that don't acknowledge it are not the ones putting their asses in seats.
Hello? Because that shit'll get real when you go around to them hard ticket sales.
All it cares is the asses in the seats, man. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I'm trying to put them.
God
them.
Bless the efforts. God bless the future music coming out. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you, Pete.
Any last words to your people listening and gonna watch it on YouTube?
In the place to be was a basement on the road skating rain. I know you miss it. And the DJ would make it sweet when he played Planet Rock called Stevie B. Them jams was hidden. Damn right they hidden. We took the sound of love on the radio. Power 96 to get it, made it unstoppable. They say good music never gets old. It should move your soul. I know you know if we take it all back. Bro, I really do this shit. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate you.
Thank you
we'll
for your
see you
time.
guys in the city
Thank
near
you for
you,
your
bro.
talent.
Thank you, brother.
You're appreciated. And when your next song comes out as well, we're gonna do this again.
See you soon. We got to do
Appreciate
this
it,
more.
brother.
We got to
God
do
bless
this
you.
more. I love your show. You got a great vibe. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, Stevie B. Thank you for joining.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Bye-bye.
Pitbull, Stevie B. Go back, way back. From the minute that I seen ya, I was sweating you like a freshman as a senior. I couldn't even sleep, waiting for the next day just to see ya, girl, just to see ya. When you walk by my heart, skip the beat like a straight CD. I was knee deep in them 4 letters L-O-V-E, sprung on string love, damn, she got it.
Take it all back. You remember way back time when the world was so uptight, and hot damn I miss it. Hot damn I miss it. We were young, we were wild and free. All I wanted was a move a feet, and hot damn I miss it. Hot damn I miss it. Looked around and everybody was getting down. No one on the wall is standing up in the crowd. We put our problems upon our shelves and enjoyed ourselves. I know it helps. If we take it all back to how it used to be, the way you and me, it's all love.
wanna spring love, damn, she got me.
Come back to me. Come back to me.
Pump up the party, pump up the party, pump up the party. Pump up the party, pump up the party, pump up the party.
Take it all back to the good times, weekend nights. We got fire when we walk to daylight.